Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Horizon 5 video where we will be taking a look at the 2023 Porsche 911 GT3 RS added during the week 1 in Horizon Track Day, and that is available in summer on the festival playlist for just 20 points if you want to go for this car yourself. Today we will be taking a look and seeing if it's a good addition to Horizon 5, going across Apex, Wild and Baja, and also taking a look at the body kit if it has one. I don't think it does because it just seems to be the thing with these Porsche they add. And let's get into the video now. We'll start this off here at the switchback run in the Horizon Badlands for our Apex run. We'll see if it's any good here and see where we go from there. Driving it around already, I do feel it is surprisingly really grippy. Let's see how it goes well in competition. Just past that, I can't remember what that is. I think it's the KTM Expo, whatever it is, or Crossbow. So I'm completely racing against track toys here. Kind of fitting for it since it's the month of track racing basically. And also we're getting for the 4 weeks, it's just Porsche that we get for the festival playlist cars, but I think one of them is a seasonal event though. I think that's the week 3. Going on how it's driving now, it is still surprisingly really well. Just past that Fast and Furious. Don't understand that car, to be honest. All we have to do is pass this Chevrolet. Anyone is interested in, I think that this would be a very potent Apex car. Oops, hitting the fence there. I'm definitely happy with the way it is driving. Next we will be going into the Horizon Wilds, but first let's go and put some upgrades on that before we get into any of the off-road racing. I am going to guess that this is going to go either 2 ways for the next one, so it'll be either really grippy with the rally tyres or it's just going to drive like rubbish really and not be any good at rallying. But there's only one way to find out, and let's go do that now. Now we've arrived back at an outpost, let's get this thing set up for some rally racing. First we are going to do the usual rally tyres, because there's really no point doing it if you're not going to set up the car right. It just makes it a little bit too difficult really, especially if you've got a car with a lot of power going to the rear. Now here we can see it does have off-road springs or drift springs and dampers. If anyone is interested in doing a drift build on this, it is entirely possible. Now we're going to go over to the gearbox and also put in a standard race transmission, and we will go from there and just see how it goes. There is unfortunately no body kit options or even selection at all. Like, it just tends to be the thing with these GT3s that they add to Horizon 5. Now we've equipped some rally parts, let's take it here on this off-road Horizon Wilds trail. It is quite wet, so it is going to be a little bit muddy and slippery, and also that the off-road suspension didn't really lift this car particularly too high off the ground, so it's probably going to have difficulties on the jumps. But handling wise, driving it here, it seemed to be reasonably okay. Just get that Horizon Edition Maserati out of my way. This is that donut media van. It's definitely a unique addition to Horizon 5. It's not every racing game you get to drive a van with a giant donut on it. Unless it was Wreckfest, then you get to. It already is definitely not driving particularly well. A little too much power to the rear. That combined with the muddy surface traction as well. and the sand kind of bogging it down. So hopefully I get to drive it a little bit better. So the thing about this Porsche, it may be better in the road circuits, it's not so much off-road. Kind of like the Aston Martin Valkyries. It's definitely kind of struggling here. It is useful that it does kind of throw itself into a drift a little bit. It's just controlling the drift is where I'm struggling a little bit. Now we'll head off to a Horizon Outpost. This doesn't handle particularly too well in the wilds, I have found driving it around, so like I said, we'll go to a Horizon Outpost and get it ready for Horizon Baja. Hopefully it'll do a little bit different, and we'll also check the exhaust sounds as well while we're there. Now we've arrived back at a Horizon Outpost, let's get this more prepared for Horizon Baja. Hopefully it handles a lot better, but I'm not really holding out much hope here for this vehicle in that way. It just, like I said, it's a track focused car and I'm putting it off-road. So now we've got the wheels sorted out, let's go and see if we can maybe adjust the brakes. No, we can't put any brakes on here. Let's see what we can do. I did say we'll check out the exhaust notes, so let's hear that and listen to that. There is definitely a difference here, so we'll put that one on, and also I am going to go, actually I'll leave the turbo, so we'll take that out as it is and see how well it goes. Hopefully it handles a lot better than it did in the wilds, but like I said, I'm not really holding out too much here. Now we've arrived at our cross-country event we're going to do. Let's see how well it goes here. I mean, like I said, I can kind of predict how this is going to go. Now, I don't have anything against this particular Porsche, it's just the way it seems to be driving. To me, it is an easy fix by just converting it to all-wheel drive, but I kind of don't want to do that as it kind of takes away the challenge of trying to keep it under control. Let's see if the setup actually does make it capable though. Just watch out for that old Transit there. Bit of a pushy one, that guy. Generally these cross countries are rather straight and flat, so I don't think we'll have too much trouble with curves and turns and bends and whatever. Maybe outpaced in speed by the other vehicles that are more capable off-roading due to their height. It's not too comfortable on the landing there. Don't want to go over that jump, it'll just slow me down too much. It's past this BMW, and I think that's a Renault there. It's definitely more capable than on the Horizon Wilds. So it is possible to do it with a rear-wheel drive setup, I guess. I'm actually surprised that it's doing this well. Which it's actually good to see that it's more competitive than I thought. I guess it could be that the Wilds, it's just more enclosed. This is more open. So I can kind of go wider on the turns. I'm not too sure there. So hopefully it lands this alright. Not too well there. Overall, I'm reasonably happy with its performance in the Baja. And now that brings us to the end of this week's Horizon video, where I took a look at the 2023 Porsche 911 GT3 RS added during week 1 in the Horizon Track Day series. To me, this car is definitely preferred towards the Horizon Apex, and that is kind of where I suggest you keep it, because it doesn't seem to drive so well in the Horizon Wilds, but it does reasonably okay in the Baja. If you like seeing videos on reviews on cars added to Horizon 5 during the remainder of its lifetime, feel free to leave a like to the video, subscribe to the channel for more Horizon 5 content, and thanks for watching.